10 years. If you think about a human's lifespan, it's a long time. The younger you are, the more precious that time is. So, this reunion was from time we had thought we had lost.
Long time no see. Us, do you remember? My memory's a little foggy too.
It's been 10 years since then. Sorry, I'm married now. The ex-boyfriend runs away as if he had seen a ghost. I wonder why this happened. To explain that, we need to go back 10 years. Hey, good morning, you two. Going to school together? You guys are close. Tsukuyo Takanabe and Haruna Mimitsu. They had started dating a week earlier.
Jeez, don't show off first thing in the morning. It's hot outside.
Hiyori Ichitana said with a smile, and me, Masaki Nango. We've known these four since junior high, and we were close friends. That was, until that time. A few days later, I would be shaken to my core. What's this? What is this? Haruna was on the ground, and someone smiling with a metal rod in hand. Hiyori.
Oh, it's you. I didn't think you'd be the first to find out.
Hiyori, did you do this? Why?
Because this girl took Tsukuyo. Even though I liked him.
Why did this happen? I ask weakly, and she doesn't answer me. The girl survived, but won't wake up. We've done what we could. Honestly, we're not sure if she'll wake up. Hiyori Ichitana was, of course, arrested, and Tsukuyo and I. How dare you! You're Haruna's boyfriend! Why didn't you even go and see her? Shut up! I have my reasons, you idiot! I'm scared for Haruna. The relationship between the four of us would suddenly end in this terrible way. A long time has passed since then. Hey, Haruna, it's been 10 years. Wake up already. You've overslept quite a bit. These past 10 years, she hasn't opened her eyes. She's become what they call a vegetable. Tsukuyo became a stranger and didn't come to see her even once. As for Hiyori,
I liked Tsukuyo. I liked him, I liked him, I liked him! And that was taken from me! At first, I told her to break up with him, but I exploded. I didn't mean to. There was a metal rod and...
Hiyori was arrested for attempted murder. She was given about 2 years for it. After she got out, I heard through the grapevine that she was married to Tsukuyo, but they don't have any kids. Apparently, every month she sends Haruna money for her hospital bills. The other day, they tried a treatment that sent electric pulses to her brain, but that still didn't wake her up. But I won't give up. If I give up, Haruna will truly be alone. So, 2 days ago, someone in purchasing was like, "Is there anything old that you like replaced?" And my manager said, "The woman in this office." And instantly the workplace froze over. In the end, he got his butt whooped by the woman in the office, and he had to get on his knees to apologize.
That's terrible.
Huh? I heard a familiar voice. When I looked at her face, her eyes met, and it was weak, but she definitely laughed.
Good morning.
Haruna, you wake up! A feeble voice that was barely there, but in that moment, she had woken up. After that, the doctors were called, tests were done, and rehab started. The days were busy. Haruna had lost her parents in an accident, and she was raised by her grandparents. But in these 10 years, her grandfather had passed away. Her grandmother wasn't doing so well and lived in a home. Her uncle acted as her guardian. When I told them, everyone was happy. I went to your grandpa's grave to tell him too.
I see. Thank you, Masaki-kun. 10 years. It's long. I caused a lot of trouble.
It's not your fault, alright? That was... Hiyori.
Yeah. Honestly, my memory is unclear. When I try to remember, it gets foggy and my head starts to hurt.
She said the same thing to the police. The incident was 10 years ago, and the criminal was caught, so the police had asked her just in case. My bad. Let's change the subject. A few months later, she finished rehab and was allowed to be discharged. Thinking back on these 10 years, it was like a dream. Are you okay? Walk slowly. You're probably not back to full strength.
You're right. Sorry to cause you trouble. All of it. You never stopped talking to me while I was sleeping.
Oh, you. Were you awake?
Yeah. It was pitch black, and I was floating around vaguely like a jellyfish. My body wouldn't move. I couldn't speak. I didn't even really know what I was thinking about. Is that what vegetables feel like? But I could hear voices. Masaki-kun, your voice. Graduation, going to university, getting a job. There's a crazy manager. I hear bits and then it fades.
Those were all things I had talked about to Haruna in her hospital room. I'm happy that my voice reached her. This is it. I showed her to my apartment. She has no job or parents. Her grandmother's in a home. At the very least, she needs somewhere to live after leaving the hospital.
Sorry, you moved just for me, right?
Yeah, it was a small one-room apartment. I thought it was a good opportunity to move. So, don't worry. At night, after dinner, I told Haruna I was going to the konbini. Please, I hope you didn't change your number. I took my phone out of my pocket and tapped on a number I haven't called in a while. Hey, Masaki. Long time. Yeah, long time, Tsukuyo. That's right, I called Tsukuyo Takanabe. He was once my friend. I was relieved that Tsukuyo answered the phone and went to a nearby park. I sat on a bench and said to him, Tsukuyo, I'll come right out and say it. Haruna woke up. Can you meet with her? Haruna, she's alone. No way I won't. I'm married to Hiyori right now. How are you saying I should go see her? Of course he wouldn't. He had hung up on me, and rather than being angry, I was sad. Our school days were good times.
Oh, welcome back.
When I got back, Haruna was wearing an apron and had a bright expression.
Hear me out. I think it's good. I can still do pretty good after 10 years. Well, for me it's only been 6 months. Hey, what's wrong, Masaki? Huh? Wait, Masaki, why are you crying? Did something happen?
Couldn't stop crying. Haruna's smiling face was just so sad to me. I'm okay. I'm okay.
We kind of look like a married couple right now.
I'm embarrassed. I'm making Haruna feel awkward. Haruna? Is there something you want to do? You left the hospital for the first time in 10 years. You can see what's changed. I asked her to change the subject.
Even if technology is more advanced, I feel like the city hasn't changed much. More than that, I want want to see Tsukuyo-kun and Hiyori-chan. I think the people are the ones who changed the most. I wonder what kind of adults they've become.
Haruna doesn't know the two of them as they are now, or that Hiyori had tried to end Haruna's life. Because her memory is vague, she doesn't have those feelings towards her. But Then, let's go see them. Our best friends. I stretched out my hand. Am I smiling?
Yeah, thanks, Masaki-kun.
No matter what happens, I'll protect you.
Hmm?
I called Tsukuyo many times and finally succeeded in catching him. He didn't ignore my calls, so he must have had some thoughts of his own. Hey, Masaki. I haven't seen you since high school graduation. About 8 years? That's right. Where's Hiyori? She's not here? It's just me. She says she can't face you. So, what's up? Oh, well, you know, right? As I spoke, Haruna came out. In an instant, the blood drained from Tsukuyo's face. Haruna? You really woke up?
A long time. Do you remember? My memory's a little foggy too.
It's been 10 years since then. Sorry, I'm married now. Oh, hey! When Tsukuyo saw Haruna's face, he ran away as if he had seen a ghost.
Of course we'd broken up. It's been 10 years. That's long.
Haruna, I am happy that you woke up. I squeezed out the worst that I could. I could never understand Haruna's loneliness or sadness.
I'm sorry, but just seeing Tsukuyo's face is... Oh, my head hurts.
Hey, Haruna, are you okay? I thought she had suddenly clutched her head when she fell down and writhed. I didn't know what to do.
Help me! Masaki-kun, help!
I called an ambulance, and Haruna was taken to the hospital. They didn't find anything wrong with her. Dissociative amnesia. This occurs when trauma or stress causes you to forget bad memories. I presume that she tried to remember something nasty, and it was a trigger. Well, psychiatry is outside of my jurisdiction. All I can say is that something you want to forget might be better off forgotten. You should stay by her side. The doctor in charge of Haruna left the room. Try to remember something nasty. Haruna had to stay overnight, so I walked the dark streets home. Hiyori tried to kill Haruna. Tsukuyo was standoffish. For Haruna, it must be a lot of stress. Stay by her side. You don't have to tell me.
Sorry to cause you trouble again.
Haruna was discharged the next afternoon. When I visited her in the morning, she was awake, so I went to work and picked her up on the way back. No, it's okay. Think about yourself first. First, you won't see Tsukuyo and them anymore, okay?
Yeah, you're right.
This is how it has to be. And Haruna, you have to get back into society. So, you should get a job.
What?
As soon as I said it, Haruna made a hilarious face out of shock. Oh, what's with that face?
I'm 27 and I haven't ever worked before. I didn't even graduate high school.
I mean, I guess. It's no different than a recluse getting back into it. Well, good luck.
Am I entering the super hard mode of life?
We had that exchange, but Haruna was a hard worker. The next week, she applied for a day job for an event and started to work.
Welcome.
She wants to get licensed and someday wants to go back to high school. It's like she went from sophomore year to a 27-year-old. I'm sure she'll have a tough time. I'll support you, so you can do it, Haruna. Haruna had started working toward getting back into the real world. Haruna woke up.
It's okay. I was arrested and I paid as much of Haruna's hospital fees as I could. You and I don't think we'll be forgiven for that, but... I know why you're scared, but we should be happy that Haruna woke up.
Time flies, and a few months pass since Haruna's release from the hospital.
Masaki-kun, what do you want for dinner?
We had meat yesterday, so maybe fish?
Then how about white fish with vegetable sauce?
We were having a random conversation. Haruna had made friends at her part-time job, and she was getting into cooking. We were living a peaceful life. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, but tomorrow, wanna go watch a baseball game? On the way back from the supermarket, I suggested this to Haruna.
Baseball? Did you always like baseball?
No, my coworker can't go anymore, so I got tickets. I thought it would be cool to go for the experience.
Oh, love Koi Dome. I've been there as a worker but not a guest. Yeah, then let's go.
The next day, we came to the Love Koi Dome. It's like a date. There's so many people. You've been here for work, right?
Yeah, ushers have a lot to do and have to deal with a lot of people. We use the staff cafeteria, but the taste is okay.
I guess it can't be helped if you're working here. There's still some time before the game, so let's go to that shop. When we entered the souvenir shop, there were original items placed neatly all around.
I've never been inside the shop. Staff members can't go in unless they have business there.
Well, today you're a guest. Let's enjoy ourselves.
You're right. I was curious about the food in the shops.
We were talking and laughing when I saw something. A bat. I haven't held one since I was a kid. I grabbed the bat that was for sale and held it up. In that moment, Haruna's eyes opened wide. She looked surprised and terrified. Haruna? Haruna had clutched her head and curled up. Haruna?
I'm not Hiyori. That day, the one who hit me was Tsukio-kun.
What?
I remember.
She said that much and toppled over. The customers around us raised their voices. Did I remind her of the person with the blunt object that day when I held up this bat? It wasn't Hiyori Ichitana, but Tsukuyo Takanabe. No way, Tsukuyo. You were the perpetrator. It wasn't over yet. I stood motionless in front of fallen Haruna.
That day, I was called out to the back of the school building after class. What's wrong? There's no one around.
Haruna, I like you. I always wanted to go out with you.
Oh, yeah. You already told me that. So now we're going out, right?
Going out? Going out, huh? That's not it. I pushed you to do it, so you're just pretending to go out with me, right?
Huh? What? Tsukio-kun had turned around and glared at me. I'm scared. That's what I thought.
You like Masaki, right? You still look at Masaki even though you're going out with me.
No,
Shut up! I liked you, so I approached Masaki. That's right. I've always liked you.
Tsukio-kun picks up a metal rod that was lying around. It had been forgotten and left there after some construction. Those eyes were letting off something sinister. Scary. I'm scared. Masaki-kun, help me. My legs don't move. My whole body shakes and my face twists in fear.
Masaki? His name comes out first, huh? Tsukuyo had only meant to scare her, but he had done it without thinking. Hiyori stands in front of him.
What are you doing? Haruna, ambulance!
What have I done?
Ugh! If you're gonna regret it, don't do it! I'll take the blame. So go! Get out of here, hurry!
So, Hiyori took the blame for it and was arrested. Why do I know? That was because Hiyori Ichitana herself, Hiyori Takanabe, called me some days later to tell me.
I was almost in a car accident in middle school and Tsukio-kun helped me. I was grateful and I like Tsukio. I'm dumb, aren't I, to take the blame?
Tsukuyo's fingerprints weren't identified because the rod was covered in dirt. The victim was unconscious and there were no witnesses. Plus, Hiyori herself was saying she had done it. So, Hiyori was arrested and repented in his place. As a result, they shared the blame and kept paying Haruna's hospital fees to ease the feelings of regret.
What have we done, the two of us? We got married and it wasn't even because of love. Will either of us talk about this to others? Sorry. We're the worst, huh? When Haruna opened her eyes, the first thing I felt was fear. But I was also relieved when I heard she didn't remember. We did something we can't take back. I'm really sorry. This is all I can say right now.
She lowers her head, crying. Haruna looked like she didn't know what to do. Hiyori was arrested again for harboring a criminal. But she had already paid her dues, so she was exempt from serving. In reality, Hiyori didn't directly cause any harm to Haruna. So, Haruna could only be confused. In the end, Haruna didn't say anything at all. I went to go see Tsukuyo, who had been arrested because Haruna remembered. Hey, Tsukuyo. I didn't want to see you like this. Yeah, but I feel like the weight has been lifted off my heart. I caused a lot of trouble. You did. It might be 10 years ago, but you are the worst. I know. I'll pay for my crimes, including the crime of running away. The true perpetrator was arrested, and the crime was solved at last. That night, we were drinking and talking seriously.
Was this how it was supposed to be?
Haruna remembered, but I was the one who pushed her to tell the police. We'll never go back to the way it was 10 years ago. It's okay. Tsukuyo was feeling the weight of staying silent for so long. Of course, he should be arrested and pay for his crime, and it will save him too. So, don't get down about it.
Yeah, but... I just think if I hadn't said I'd go out with Tsukio, if I had rejected him...
Haruna started to cry and talk regretfully. You're so kind even though you're the victim. Well, you don't know the outcome until it happens, right? So, people regret. So, you just have to cry about it.
I see. So this is goodbye.
6 months later, I bid Hiyori my final farewell. Haruna and I decided this together.
You're not gonna marry her? I'm sure she's waiting for a proposal.
Well, when things calm down. So, I have an announcement. Haruna and I will be moving out. Haruna and I had too many sad and bitter experiences. So, we agreed to distance ourselves from that city. Haruna, we're almost there. Wake up! We got to the station, and we jumped out into the city we would be living in. Let's make some good memories!
Yeah. Take care of me, Masaki-kun.
The 10 years that were frozen in time had started to move forward. Haruna and I were taking steps forward. Let's start creating our everlasting memories.